Hi, you've reached Court from Court's Crafts, and I am going to show you how to use your iRock. So this is a banner I made, and I decided to actually turn it into a round table centerpiece for a spring party. So you might not be able to see, but it says spring out of the Imaginisce Garden Party die cuts. And then I cut the rest of it out with my Cricut, except for all of these die cuts are by Imaginisce, the Garden Party collection, and so is the ribbon that I used to tie the bows. So I am going to show you how to use your iRock on a project just to spice this up. The rest of the letters have enough kind of on them, but the R is a little bit plain to me, and so I wanted to go ahead and add some bling, because what doesn't need bling? I'm going to be using the stencil, the swirl stencil by Imaginisce. It comes with pink and clear gems and little flowers as well in a little kit. But I am going to be using I need more sizes and more bling, so I'm going to be using the pink, black, and clear compact by Imaginisce. And you can see there really are a variety of sizes in the compact, ranging from large to really itty bitty. This is the iRock by Imaginisce. It's a very simple device. It takes 3 AA batteries. There's another one in there. There's a simple on-off switch. This is off. This is on. You can see the on and the off. Once it's on, it's not actually heating up. You have to hold the button until that red light comes on to know that it's heating up. Also, over time with your iRock, the top can become loose. So go ahead and make sure that that's nice and tight, as that'll help keep the heat up in your device. If it ever feels like it's not heating up quick enough, just go ahead and change the batteries. Try some new batteries and see what happens. So I've been playing around with this, just kind of looking where I want my gems, and I decided to use half of this big swirl to the right side of the R. Now I've already glued down my R, put foam dots behind it, so that's why this is crinkling up a little bit. So I have to kind of work around it, because this was an afterthought for me. Not every one of my ideas is totally planned out. In fact, some of the best ones aren't. To get the gems in place, I have found the easiest way to do it is to use what comes with Imaginisce. It looks like, a lip gloss applicator, and it works a lot the same way. So these are just my own, so I go ahead and lick them, but you can dip them in water to get the tips wet, and it'll pick up the gems and put them directly where you want them. This is especially helpful with the smaller gems. Now this can be bought separately, all by itself, and I think it comes in a 3-pack. Or you can just buy the cute gems that come with it. For the big ones, I'm just going to go ahead and place them by hand. I tend to do those first so that I know where my stencil was, so that when I move it, I can put it back down in the correct location. Now I'm going to heat up my iRock. Usually, if I don't have something where I'm holding down a stencil with one hand, while I'm placing the gems with my right hand, I'll use my left hand to hold the iRock button down to heat it up. This can take anywhere from 30 seconds to about a minute. If you have fresh batteries, then it's very fast. These big gems are the ones that take the longest to heat up of all the Imaginisce gems. But I wanted some pretty pink sparkle. So I'm going to go ahead and just hold it with the button on. I like to put my thumb in front, directly down on top of the gem. And I'll hold this here for about 10 to 12 seconds for these big fat gems. For the small ones, it usually takes about 3 to 5 if they're the rhinestones. If they are the glam rocks, the hot rocks, it'll only take probably 3 seconds, 2 to 3 seconds, sometimes even shorter. Now the way I know that they're done when I have my eye rock on top of them is they start to wiggle a little bit. I'm just going to make sure they're all down. Then I put the stencil right back over. I'm going to wet my little apparatus. I'll stick them right to the top of the gem. And then I'll just put them right where I want them. I'm going to move to the small ones now. So I'm just taking this compact right here, and because there are 3 colors in here, I'm digging through to see where the colors that I want are. Once I spy a pink one, just touch this to the top of it, and it's on the end. Put it down. And if you don't get it, just kind of bounce it, flip it over, and move it in. I think that's all I'm going to do of that size. So now I'm going to go ahead and put these on. And now come the itty bitty ones. These are very difficult to pick up with your fingers, so I highly recommend using it for this. Can you see it on the end there? It's very tiny. But they add some fabulous detail that cannot be missed. I end up using these small ones on projects more than anything else. I love the tiny detail it gives them. They work great to be eyes of animals or even people, little button details on a die cut. They're just a fun way to spruce up a project. Alright, our little swirl is done. So you want to carefully take this up. And now I'm going to go through and just kind of flick all my gems to see if they're on. Alright, so all of them are on, securely on, as you can see. I can't move any of them. They're not going to shake off or come off your banner. I'm now going to add a little swirl to the left-hand side too. I think I want this one to go down. You can always flip it over like I just did. Use it the other direction. Oh, I like this. Alright. So now I'm going to go back to my little thing, my little compact. Now Imaginisce also makes something where you can just pour your gems out and dig through them. This is just coming out right now, and this is the back of it. Isn't it beautiful? And you can just pour the gems into here, and it has this little screw-on cap that opens up. And once they're in here, you can just pour them either back into their little containers like this, or back into this. It fits perfectly. So if you'd like to use that, that's a great way to go digging through your gems as well. Today I'm just going to use this though. Your eye rock actually cools fairly quickly, so I just had to give the first gem a little extra time while it was warming back up. All right. I've added some bling to my project. You can see how beautiful that is. And it just adds a little something extra, a little something sparkly. And it should be a really fun spring garden party, or maybe I'll put some flowers in the center, some fresh flowers. Depends on what's good at the market. Thank you so much for watching, and have a beautiful day.